So let this be a quick update here on price action of Bitcoin. As we can see guys, nothing much has changed since our last update. The price of Bitcoin is still hovering around this 30,000 and also showing a sign of reversal to test the previous temporary baseline before deciding the trend direction. Yes guys, the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term might be coming back to test the previous temporary resistance line, and if this previous temporary resistance line flips into support, then we know the upcoming days for Bitcoin could be turning bullish here like this. But failing to find support over this key line, failing to hold this 29,000 support range will clearly indicate weakness, and this impulsive weekly candle was a fake out, and price after that is expected to continue this trend here like this. Re-enter inside this descending channel where the price is forming lower highs, lower lows, continuation pattern type of formation. But if we look at this in a daily time frame, we know it's not that easy for price to show another bigger retracement, because we have a very strong support lining between 28,000 to 29,000 range. Yes, the price in our case, if you look at this carefully, right, could be showing some range bound and coming back to this support from this Williams alligator indicator, which is lying between 28,000 to 29,500 range. Yes, we have some strong line of support lining for Bitcoin, and unless we break below it, this pullback or the pullback what could be playing out here in the medium short term will be looked as a temporary pullback before price again starts showing another impulsiveness, because our indicator here to the downside, for example RSI, is still above 50, which is a very good sign. MACD is still forming this bullish crossover, TTCCI indicator in a positive territory. So that's why, since the indicator to the downside is still showing bullishness, any sort of a retracement will be looked as a temporary retracement between 28,000 to 29,000 range before price again starts showing another impulsiveness, because the pullback around this range will also indicate a retest from this previous temporary resistance line here in a weekly time frame. Even if we look at this in a bit different way, I mean using this falling wedge. According to this falling wedge, the price objective has been reached. The top of this falling wedge was our price objective. This is exactly where we came, and this is exactly where we found resistance. So in the medium short term, this is very normal guys. I mean, price after reaching the objective, price objective from this falling wedge, to show some more range bound, even some shakeout, price coming back to test the key line before turning bullish here in this manner. Because in our case, let's suppose if the price does shows further continuation here to the downside, then you can see the 0.5 Fibonacci line retracement. The 0.5 Fibonacci retracement is sitting around 28,100. So that's why 28,000, 29,000 is considered as one of the most important line of support. But as long as we remain over that range, any sort of a shakeout will be looked as a temporary shakeout before price again starts showing another continuation here like this. Because we know guys, according to this Livermore speculative chart, the accumulation cylinder with widening mouth, it is also indicating us any sort of a retracement in the medium short term. This lower line, right, which previously also acted as a strong line of support, could be retested around 29,000 before price finds support, before price again starts showing another impulsiveness. Because if you look at this here, the formation inside this widening mouth, this pullback would bring the price around this 0.7, right, and after finding support around this lower trend line, you can see what happens. Price usually starts with the new uptrend. So that is another reason here in a smaller time frame, if the price of Bitcoin is going to show further continuation here to the downside, get attracted towards the 28,000, 29,000, but holds that line and also close the monthly candle above it, I mean above 28,000, then this here is also a very likely scenario for Bitcoin for the upcoming days. Because we know, according to this example where I showed you in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has found support at this rising trend line, after that we have seen some very nice impulsive movement playing out in price action of Bitcoin, where we also formed a higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of formation. So in our case, if you look at this candle carefully, this is already a new higher high. So any sort of a retracement in the medium short term, this would be looked as a retest, again retesting the support from this rising trend line before turning bullish or before continuing this uptrend. So you can see guys, looking into different scenarios, looking into different time frame, as long as the price remains above 28,000, 29,000, any sort of a retracement should not bother us that much. And also guys, also if we look at the CPI indicator, our leading indicator, it is clearly pointing us any sort of a retracement, this previous temporary line, monthly arrow line around 29,400, and also the most important CPI line around 28,000 is going to be acting as support. Why? Because the price of Bitcoin is above it, above the CPI line, above the monthly arrow line. This will be looked as a strong line of support. And in the worst case, let's suppose if the price does comes back to test the 28,000, once the price or once the candle, right, the monthly candle closes above the CPI line, above this one here, CPI lines, what is going to happen? The next month CPI is going to be an ascending CPI, and I have been shouting on top of my lungs since a couple of days, guys. Ascending CPI only gets formed when the price is preparing itself for the new uptrend. So that's why if the price of Bitcoin closes the monthly candle above 28,000, above this June CPI month, then the next month CPI is going to be an ascending CPI, which will indicate a potential upcoming impulsive movement here on price action of Bitcoin. But if we look at this in a bit different way, I mean, if you look at the reason why the price in the medium short term, if it loses the support around 30,000, could show another continuation towards 29 and even up to 28,000. Let me show you with this example here. You can see this is looked as bump and run reversal top. According to this bump and run reversal top, right now, this lower trend line around 30,000 is where we could be getting attracted in the medium short term. And if we do get attracted towards this rising trend line and break the support around 30,000 in the medium short term, then we have to be careful, because according to this bump and run reversal top, if the price breaks out from this rising trend line, you can see 27,000 is being flashed, right, as an upcoming target for Bitcoin. So this is definitely what we don't want the price of Bitcoin to do, because getting attracted towards 27,000 means we will be also breaking below this CPI line, right? So CPI line is very important for us. I mean, closing the monthly candle above this line, the June CPI is very, very important for us. So that's why, yes, there is a mixed signal, but I just want you guys to be careful as long as the price remains about 28,000. And please do not over leverage sell, because we know between 28,000 to 29,000, we have extremely strong support lining for Bitcoin, and any sort of a retracement that will be looked as a retest here in a bigger frame around 28,000, around 29,000 range. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, destroy the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.